Do you remember that emptiness, that lump in your throat that appears when something ends? The feeling that the ground has vanished beneath your feet, that a part of you is gone? You try, but the pain seems endless, and every piece of advice to just move on only intensifies the ache in your chest. What if what you think about overcoming an ending was completely wrong? What if there was a way to transform this pain into strength without ignoring what you feel? What if this journey, in fact, was your greatest new beginning? Seneca, the Stoic sage, reminded us in his Letters to Lucilius, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This phrase resonates deeply when we talk about the end of a relationship, whatever it may be. Society pushes us towards the idea that grief is a switch you can just flip on and off, a phase to be overcome as quickly as possible, almost like an item on your to-do list. But deep down, you know it's not like that. The pain is real, the confusion is palpable, and the pressure to move on without processing often paralyzes us even more. Do you feel weak for feeling what you feel? You shouldn't. This is a complex journey that demands more than a forced smile or superficial denial. It demands courage. It demands truth. I know how it feels. Believe me, I've been through moments when all I wanted was for the pain to disappear, for the past to be erased. I thought sadness was a sign of failure, that I wasn't strong enough. But I learned through Stoic wisdom that the path to true overcoming is not denial, but acceptance and conscious action. It's not about erasing the past, but about integrating the experience, learning from it, and emerging stronger, wiser. It's not about forgetting who you were or what you lived through, but about learning to remember without memory trapping you, without it stealing your present. In this video, we're going to demystify the process of grief and rebuilding. I'll introduce you to 5 Stoic pillars that will not only help you navigate this time of pain and uncertainty, but transform it into an opportunity for deep personal growth, cultivating unshakable resilience that will serve you for the rest of your life. It's not a shortcut to happiness, but a map to true inner freedom. If this resonates with what you are living or feeling, if you feel it's time to turn this page with purpose, comment "New Beginning" below, and let's embark on this journey together. Is the pain you feel now an enemy to be fought or a messenger to be understood? Think about that for a moment. Most people try to fight against reality, against what has already happened and cannot be changed. But that battle, my friend, is lost before it even begins. It's a war you will never win. You think that if you could have done something different, the outcome would be otherwise. You blame yourself relentlessly, regret every unspoken or spoken word, or incessantly try to understand why it happened to you. This constant rumination about the past, about what has already happened and is irretrievably beyond your control, is a vicious cycle that drains your vital energy, steals your sleep, and prevents any real progress. You remain trapped in pain, feeding the illusion that you could have changed the inevitable. And this illusion is a prison. Every what if is another chain. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, in his Meditations, taught us about the importance of acceptance as the first step towards change. The Stoics, in their profound wisdom, understood that the key to serenity and inner peace lies in a fundamental distinction, separating what is within our control from what is not. The end of a relationship, the actions and decisions of another, the time gone by, the words that were said or not, all of this is outside your control. It's a done deal. The only thing you control, and this is immense power, is your perception of events and your reaction to them. Your interpretation, your choice of how you will proceed. Here's how you can start applying this wisdom today, right now. Begin practicing the dichotomy of control. Make a mental list, or if you prefer, write it on paper, of everything that troubles you, all your worries and thoughts regarding the breakup. Beside each item, ask yourself with brutal honesty, is this within my control right now? If the answer is no, like the other person's decision, the time that has passed, words said in the heat of the moment, then practice radical acceptance. It's not about liking it, it's about accepting that it's reality. Release that burden. If the answer is yes, like your reaction, your attitude today, your next actions to care for yourself, then focus all your energy, all your intention exactly there. For example, instead of dwelling on why did she leave me, focus on how can I take care of myself today? Or what are the next steps for my recovery and personal growth? This in itself releases an immense mental burden and prepares you to act, to build. When you master this crucial distinction, the invisible chain that bound you to the past will break. You will cease to be a victim of circumstances, swept away by the tide of pain, and become the master of your own inner peace, the captain of your own ship. The pain will not disappear instantly. That would be unrealistic, but it will no longer have the power to paralyze you, to hold you hostage. It will transform into a catalyst for your strength, a reminder of your innate resilience. This prepares you for the next step, for the next revelation. In this crucial first step of acceptance, you are already planting the seeds of your freedom. Write in the comments now, I accept what I cannot control. Let this be your declaration of power. But here's what almost no one understands about this acceptance. It doesn't mean inaction or passivity. On the contrary, it opens the door to what truly matters, to what you truly are. Do you feel diminished now? Broken? Incomplete? A relationship may have ended, but your worth, your essence, your dignity, they aren't going anywhere. Or are they? Think about it. You've made the mistake of tying your self-esteem and personal worth to the existence or success of a relationship. It's as if your identity were tied to the presence of another person. When it ends, you feel that a part of you has been lost, that your value has drastically diminished, that you aren't the same person anymore. This leads to a dangerous emotional dependency, where external validation becomes more important than your own sense of who you are. It creates a void that no other person or relationship can fill in a lasting way. You believe you need someone to feel complete, that your happiness depends on an us. Epictetus, another Stoic giant, reminds us in his discourses, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoics vehemently asserted that our worth does not lie in possessions, social status, physical beauty, or even relationships. Our worth lies in our virtue, our character, our capacity to reason, to make choices aligned with what is good, just, and courageous. Your worth is inherent, intrinsic, inalienable. It cannot be taken away by any external circumstance, not even the end of a love that seemed to be everything. You are valuable for existing, for being who you are, independent of anyone else. Here's how you can reaffirm your worth today and begin building an unshakable foundation. Start listing your virtues and accomplishments, big and small, that have absolutely nothing to do with the relationship that ended. What are your unique talents? your non-negotiable values, your character traits that make you who you are. Dedicate time with intention to activities that reinforce your individual identity, hobbies you've set aside, learning something new, personal projects that ignite your passion. Invest in yourself, selfishly and necessarily. For example, if you've always wanted to learn a new language, pick up a sport again, or delve deeper into a book, now is the perfect time. Celebrate small daily victories. Acknowledge your efforts. This is the foundation for rebuilding solid and unshakable self-esteem that doesn't depend on external validation. Strengthen your own foundation before thinking about anything else, and that foundation will be your sanctuary. When you reaffirm your intrinsic worth, you will free yourself from the incessant and exhaustive search for external approval. The pain of the breakup, which once seemed like a personal failure, will transform into a powerful reminder of your own resilience, your capacity for self-sufficiency, for your wholeness. You will become a more complete, more self-assured person, radiating a strength and authenticity that attract what is healthy, genuine, and aligned with your true self into your life. And this leads us to something even more powerful, a new way of seeing pain. This leads us to something even more powerful. Pain is not the enemy. It's not a sign of weakness. It is, in fact, a master. But how do you learn from it without being consumed? How do you transform it into something that elevates you? Pain is an inevitable part of the human experience, but prolonged suffering, the self-pity that paralyzes you, is a choice. What do you do with your pain? Do you let it define you, diminish you, or do you use it to propel you toward a stronger, wiser version of yourself? You have allowed yourself to be consumed by pain, seeing it as an unbearable burden, something to be avoided, ignored, or suppressed at all costs. This victim mentality of "this is happening to me" prevents you from extracting the valuable lessons the experience is trying to teach you. It keeps you in a cycle of self-pity and stagnation, where the past endlessly replays in your mind. You cling to the why of the pain. Why did this happen? Why me? Instead of focusing on the for what purpose, losing the monumental opportunity for growth that it offers. You believe that pain is a sign of weakness rather than humanity, that you are alive and feeling. Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, argued, "Every difficulty we encounter is an opportunity to exercise virtue." For the Stoics, adversity is not a random obstacle or a punishment. It is, in fact, a training ground, an arena for character development. The pain of the breakup, viewed through this Stoic lens, is a golden opportunity to develop patience, resilience, deep self-knowledge, and unshakable courage. It is a powerful tool to hone your soul, to make you stronger and wiser, not to break it. It is the forge where steel is tempered. Here's how you can transform your pain into purpose today. Practice amor fati, the love of your fate, the passionate acceptance of everything that happens, not because you like the pain, but because you understand it as an inseparable part of life, and, more importantly, as a source of learning. Reflect, with a journal or in meditation, what lessons is this experience bringing me? Where can I grow from this? What weaknesses or blind spots has it revealed in me that I can strengthen? Perhaps you need to develop more self-confidence, or learn to set clearer boundaries, or communicate your needs more effectively. Transform these lessons into concrete and intentional actions. For example, if the pain reveals a need for more autonomy, start an independent project. If it reveals communication issues, seek out books, courses, or resources to improve that skill. Pain becomes a guide, a compass, not a tormentor. When you transform pain into purpose, it will cease to be a suffocating weight and will become a powerful engine that propels you forward. You will not only overcome the breakup, but emerge from the experience with a wisdom, a depth, and a strength you did not possess before. Your life will gain new meaning, rooted in your personal growth, and you will be ready to face future challenges with unshakable serenity, because you know you can learn from everything. Now, the next principle will challenge everything you think you know about time. Now, the next principle will challenge everything you think you know about time. The old belief that time heals all wounds. It helps, yes, but true healing, lasting healing, doesn't come from outside. It comes from within. Are you waiting or acting to heal yourself? Do you expect time to heal all wounds? It can alleviate, yes, but true healing, lasting healing, doesn't come from outside. It is born from within. Are you building your own inner fortress or waiting for someone to come and save you? You have placed the responsibility for your happiness and emotional well-being on external factors, a new relationship, constant distraction, or the passive hope that time by itself will resolve everything. This passivity leaves you vulnerable to emotional relapses, to every memory, every trigger. It prevents you from developing the ability to proactively manage your own emotions, to be the master of your own inner world. You seek constant distractions or new connections to fill the void left behind, instead of building a solid and unshakable emotional foundation within yourself. You believe that happiness only exists in pairs, that wholeness is only possible with an other. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, taught us that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Stoic autarky is not about isolation or being an island. It is about the independence of the soul, the ability to find your peace and joy within yourself, not in inconstant external circumstances. It is the ability to be your own safe haven, to cultivate serenity regardless of the storms raging outside you. It is mastery over your inner world, the understanding that your peace cannot be given or taken by anyone but you. Here's how you can start cultivating this emotional autarky today. Practice Stoic meditation and reflective journaling. Dedicate 10-15 minutes daily to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Don't try to push them away, just observe. Ask yourself, what am I feeling now? Why am I feeling this? Can I change my perspective on this? What is my reaction to this feeling? Write about your challenges, your learnings, and your gratitudes. Develop self-care routines that nourish your mind and body, regular exercise, healthy and mindful eating, adequate and restorative sleep. Create a mental sanctuary, a space of peace where you can retreat to find calm, even amidst the chaos of the outer world. Don't wait for happiness to come from outside. Build it within you, brick by brick, day by day, with discipline and intention. This is true freedom. When you cultivate emotional autarky, you will become unshakable. External fluctuations, the opinions of others, the circumstances of life, will have less power over your state of mind, and you will discover an inexhaustible source of strength and serenity within yourself that you didn't even know existed. You will no longer depend on another person to feel complete, for you will already be whole, full. This will not only help you overcome the breakup with dignity, but build a solid foundation for any future relationship, rooted in your own wholeness and not in neediness. This leads us to our last and most crucial pillar. True freedom is not being alone. It's not isolating yourself, but being at peace with yourself, so you can then connect with the world in a more authentic way. But how do you achieve this peace and redefine what comes next? Has love ended, or did the way you saw it need an urgent redefinition? Does the future seem empty and frightening, or is it a blank canvas awaiting your masterpiece, waiting for you to become the artist of your own life? You have a limited view of love, associating it exclusively and rigidly with a romantic partnership. Consequently, you see the end of a relationship as the end of your capacity to love or be loved, as if your source of affection had dried up. You project a future based on what was lost, on memories of the past, instead of creating a new one, full of infinite possibilities. This restrictive view prevents you from seeing the diverse and rich forms of love that exist in the world: sibling, family, self-love, love for humanity, for your passion, and the infinite opportunities the future holds, keeping you trapped by the ghosts of the past. Epictetus, in his Enchiridion, taught us that we should not live to eat, but eat to live. Similarly, we do not live solely for a relationship, but the relationship is a part, yes, an important part, but only a part of our life, of our full existence. The Stoic concept of oikiosis, affinity, reminds us that we are part of concentric circles of affection, starting with ourselves and expanding to family, friends, community, and all of humanity. Love is a virtue that manifests in many forms, and the most fundamental, the basis of all others, is deep love and respect for oneself. Here's how you can redefine love and the future in your life, starting today. Don't limit it to what you have lost. Cultivate self-love through intentional self-care and continuous self-improvement, not as a chore, but as a celebration of who you are. Invest time and energy in your other circles of affection. Strengthen friendships that uplift you. Reconnect with family. Actively engage in your community. Volunteer or support a cause you believe in. Begin to visualize a bright and authentic future for yourself, free from the shackles of the past. What are your dreams and aspirations now? What do you want to build? What do you want to experience? Create a plan, even if small and incremental, and start acting. The future doesn't just happen to you. It's something you create with every choice, with every conscious step. When you redefine love and the future, you won't just be overcoming a breakup. You'll be building a life with purpose, meaning, and wholeness that transcends any individual relationship. You will discover that the capacity to love is infinite, and that it begins and radiates from within you. Your future will become a vibrant canvas, full of possibilities you never imagined, and you will be the artist, the creator of your own masterpiece. You will be ready to love again, if you so desire, but from a place of wholeness, of choice, not from need or scarcity. This is true Stoic freedom, the true mastery of life. We have reached the end of our journey, but your new beginning is just starting. You are no longer at the starting point. We have recapped 5 essential Stoic pillars that, together, form an unshakable fortress for your soul. 1. Accepting what you cannot control, freeing yourself from the chains of the past. 2. Reaffirming your intrinsic worth, building your identity from the inside out. 3. Transforming pain into purpose, using adversity as a springboard for growth. 4. Cultivating emotional autarky, finding your peace and strength within yourself. 5. Redefining love and the future, expanding your vision and creating your own masterpiece. You are no longer the person who believed that grief was a switch to be turned off, a phase to be ignored. You are no longer a hostage to pain, guilt, or external validation. The person you are becoming with every conscious step is an unshakable, resilient individual with a deep sense of self-knowledge and purpose. You have learned that the end is not the end, but a bridge to a new version of yourself, more authentic, stronger, and infinitely more powerful. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, like a miracle. It is a daily construction, an act of courage, discipline, and self-love. It is a non-negotiable commitment to yourself, to your peace, to your happiness, and to your freedom. And I know with absolute certainty that you have the strength for this. It has always been there, waiting to be awakened. If this video has helped you see a new path, to feel new hope, please hit the like button so that more people can be reached by this message of hope and strength. Comment below which of the 5 pillars resonated most deeply with you, or share your own story of overcoming. Your experience, your vulnerability can be the light that inspires many others. And if you know someone who needs to hear these words now, who is trapped in the pain of an ending, share this video. You can be the catalyst for someone's new beginning. Finally, subscribe to the channel to continue this Stoic journey of personal transformation and not miss any of our upcoming content, which will guide you in building your inner empire. Remember, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Use every experience, every challenge as a springboard for your evolution. Your rebuilding starts now. Be the architect of your own inner fortress.